So at this point, let me introduce my guest, who will tell us who they are and what they do at Dimkes before we proceed. So, karibu sana.
Thank you so much. My name is Salome Modike. I am the head of marketing at Dimkes Sacco. I'm glad to be here and ready to have the discussion around money and financial literacy, savings, and so much more.
So
Thank you.
karibu sana Salome.
Thank
and
you.
Feel comfortable.
Thank you.
So for someone who is hearing Dimkes Sacco for the first time, how would you describe it in very simple terms?
Mm-hmm.
When did it start? Where are they right now? And most importantly, why did they start? Like, what was the original vision? Yeah.
Okay, wow. Dimkes is a sweet story to give because Dimkes is a circle that was started 26 years ago. From very humble beginning, I must say, because this is from the ladies or our mothers from the Anglican Church of Kenya, specifically the Diocese of Mount Kenya South. And just to mention is that Dimke stands for the Diocese of Mount Kenya South.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, now you know. So there are ladies that sat down. We have ladies fellowship. Like most of the churches, that's I think most the setups are the same. We have mothers union where ladies fellowship together, and one day maybe I just assume that they just thought through their leadership how they can empower each other, and they started a fellowship, but beyond a fellowship, they thought they can start an empowerment program where they could be saving money, and they started with as little as 100 shillings just to empower each other. But little did they know that the circle or the merry-go-round or possibly the table banking will get to where it is. But 26 years down the line, we are talking about billions of money. So that is the power of the small beginning. So Dimkes is the faithful financial partner, I'll call it. That's how we talk about it, because we have faithfully been walking the journey with not only women, but the community, Kiambu, beyond, for the last 26 years. Yes.
Okay, and now would you say that the circle has remained consistent to its vision, or has it had a shift? Is it only about the 40,000 members I was reading about in your delegates meeting last year?
The last week.
Oh, last week. Sorry,
yes,
yeah,
last
sorry,
week.
last week.
Yes.
Is it 40,000 members, all faithfuls, the people in the Mothers Union, or have you incorporated other?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I have spoken of the 26 years that Dimkes has been in the market. But since inception in 1999, it carried the women, and only women could bank until 2010, when it got licensed and opened the common board. So that is a very, it is a good thing to note that SACCOs can open a common board despite that they are formed from a certain setup. So in 2010 is when Dimkes Sacco opened the common board, and it was now able to accommodate everyone, be it men. Of course, the men, some men were saving behind the women. I think I've had so many customers or members coming to tell me, I started when they started. I was just saving under my wife, yes. And also have had so many youths that are members right now, courtesy of their mother, because they could see the mothers go to the bank, borrow some money, and pay school fees. So they are like, when I grow up, I want to also become financially independent. Regardless of what, I can go to maybe a SACCO and borrow. Okay. So yes, we have opened the common board, and right now you can join from all over the country and outside the country. We bank even diaspora members. So any person can become a member, including the kids. That is the junior star. We have a junior star. Our children can also become members.
All right.
Yeah.
So I was also reading something else. Now that you're speaking about growth and how you guys have been moving, how the members grew from saving 100 bob. And right now, I think you guys are managing billions.
Yes.
And also something that quipped my curiosity is I noted you're moving from Kikuyu to Queensway, the one there in Nairobi. That's
Yes.
like a very prime location for, I think it's ABSA that used to be there. I'm not very sure they're still there. But yeah, you guys are moving there. So, and if you're saying you started this thing 26 years ago, and then in 2010 is when you became, more formal. So what has been driving the growth for all these years? Because in less than 10, is it 15 years, kufika hapo, it's there must be something. What has driven the growth over the years?
I talked of Dimkes as the faithful financial partner. And number one, I'll talk about the Christian background, how Dimkes was formed. And I talked about the humble beginning, like the mothers planted a seed. And over the year, they've been able to bring, as I said, their husband, their children, and all that is that the many Christians have also been able to see this thing, like it is empowering people. Livelihoods have been transformed. So they can see that people who didn't have houses, now they have houses. People who used to walk, now they are driving. And it by itself, through being faithful with the members' money and proper governance, I'll say, we have been able to grow because members have been able to trust us with their money. We have gotten a lot of referrals because mostly what happens is that if I go and walk somewhere and get something good, and mostly I'll come and tell my friends, tell my family, and that way we grow together. Number two is that under the Diocese of Mount Kenya South, through, of course, the stewardship of the bishops that have been there, and especially at this tenure of the Able Bishop, Canon Charles Moturi, we've been able to work with the churches, not only in the Mount Kenya Diocese, but all over, because we have been able to transform even the churches themselves, the Christian, and even going out there to talk about Dimkes, to talk about savings, and also trainings. We have been able to do a lot of trainings, that is capacity building, whereby we bring our members and teach them about money, because money has very simple language. Dave Ramsey said that save me today, I save you tomorrow. So simply, that has also worked for us, that we've been able to have an impact in the society, and the people can see and beyond. And you just talked about how we've been able to relocate our branches and renovate. And yes, in Kikuyu right now, we used to be somewhere in Mugoko building. We moved to a very prime place in Queensway building.
Yes,
yes. Along Biashara Street. We also moved so many. Actually, that was in 2024. 2025, we did Kiserian branch, which we were able to renovate and brand it, modernize it to a better, because now as you move to billions, you also have to look like billions.
To act like the billions.
Yes, so we did Kiserian. We also did Kangemi branch. Kangemi used to be inside the church. As I said, that's our route. So we were able to get out in a more visible place, in a more prime place, where our members can be able to access our services with ease and in the ground floor. We also opened a mega branch in Ruido. That for the first time, that is our 14th branch in Ruido town. We are along Githunguri Road, just opposite Posta, in a building called Turivu Arcade. So we have been able to move and ensure that our members can be able to access our services at ease, and offer convenience as well. Yeah, so that's how we have been able to grow.
So thank you. There's something I'm reading from what you're saying, and one of the points I'm collecting is that you've been growing with families, communities, and people.
Yeah.
So in my former life, I used to work with one of the big banks in this country, and one of the things that used to make me happy is seeing that I've changed the life of, say, a mama mboga today I met in the market, and then tomorrow she has a store. Or as you're saying, the way men borrow behind their wives, leo walikuwa na pick up, and then tomorrow we are doing an asset finance for a lorry. So do you have any one story or two stories that have stood out for you? And you said Dimkes has, I know it has changed 40,000, the levels of 40,000 members, but there's this one person who stands out for you.
Okay. It's not one person. I
Yeah.
have many.
Maybe
I have so many.
You can give me one or two.
I have so many, but I think I mentioned that as we started is that I have seen people who now maybe are in their early 30s. And the story behind how they joined Dimkes, and you ask them, how did you join Dimkes? How did you know about Dimkes? And they give you a story of how their mothers used to borrow so that they can retain them in school. And those moments, I don't know whether you remember tukifukuzwa shule, and there were some people who are very proud wamefukuzwa waende nyumbani, but wengine walikuwa naenda kulilia nyuma, washindwa sasa, where do you go after you're thrown back to out of class? And a story of someone telling you, I am who I am because my mother joined Dimkes, and because my mother used to save. My mother knew about the saving culture area. So what the mother could do, the small amount, ile kidogo, akikamua ngombe, akiuza maziwa, the retro money, what they used to do is save them in Dimkes. And at the point when they're going, the kids are going back to school, they could come borrow and are able to do that. Not only that is that these ladies also used to maybe move from very humble background, like the houses they used to live with in, and right now we have landlords. I have members who tells me that
that's
we
impressive.
you see how Kiambu is, and maybe they have the land, but how do you develop it? Yeah, so we have seen houses, apartments rise through Dimkes from ladies and men who have been able to come and get the development loans at a very affordable interest rates and be able to put up buildings. So there's stories moving, and many people have been transformed.
I can imagine as a person pale kwa marketing, of course you get to hear millions of those stories.
Yes, and across actually, we even have members in diaspora who tell you, I joined Dimkes before I traveled, and right now I'm in the USA, and through that, the culture of saving that I developed when I was in the home country, I was able to carry it through, and Dimkes has supported me to realize my dream, because mostly people travel for greener pastures. But if you travel without a clear goal of what you want to do, then it's become very hard. But Dimkes have been able to walk the journey with these members. Once they go there, within no time you can see people are moving back, coming back, and they have done mega projects.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So I did not ask that for nothing. It's because I'm saying you have a lot of awards. I'm not going to read all of them.
Yes.
I finish tomorrow. Now, but one of the awards that stood out for me is that currently you're the most efficient Sacco nationally. You're the most improved Sacco again nationally. Currently, the highest dividend payout is at Dimkes in Kiambu County. And also the best Sacco in deposit management. So that leads me to the question of who can join Dimkes. You had already answered the issue of you have moved from a Sacco that is only accommodating, say, people in the Mothers Union, and you're accommodating now other people. Again, where I come from, there's a Sacco I know iko associated sana na walimu. So even going there, it may be a problem juu. If I need some money, na kwetu hakuna mwalimu, I'm not a teacher myself, the Sacco may not serve me. So who can join Dimkes today? What are some of the key products or services that members use the most, and where do they stand out?
Okay. So I'll say Dimkes is Sacco for all. Dimkes ni wa watu wote. Kutoka mdogo, mkubwa, tajiri, kila mtu. Why am I saying that is because it's very easy to join Dimkes. And to join Dimkes, you just need to get shareholding of the minimum is 9,000. So after that, you bring the KYC document. KYC means know your customer. Know your customer. That is the ID and your PIN. And then we start the journey. There is also 500 shillings that you need to contribute towards benevolent. I talked about we are community. So in case of demise of one of our members, we have a last expense cover of 50,000 that we pay to the family. And in case even of the spouse, we also pay the 50,000. So that is in case of the death of a member or a spouse, because we are community, want to walk the journey with these members. So we have many products that our customers have been patronizing. And more so, I think the most moving products are the saving product, because our products are tailor-made depending on the member's need. So we have, if you are a farmer, if you are a business person, if you are boda boda, mama mboga, we have solutions for you. But specifically, I want to talk about the saving products that we have. We have a golden saving plan. This is a plan whereby you can be able to save for a long-term period. It is between 1 year to 3 years. So this is where maybe I can say, if you want to maybe plan for your retirement or plan to do a big thing in maybe 3 years, it's the best account to work with. And maybe when I'm talking about this, we have clergy, we have the teachers you've talked about. And mostly, if there is something that get people off guard, is the retirement. Yes. We always think we have so much time until it hits. So when you start early, it's become easier. So this golden saving plan, you save for 1 year, you get an interest rate of 6%, for 2 years 6.5%, and for 3 years 7%. The good thing about this product is that the interest is paid on a compounding basis. So what that means is that you get the interest, then together with the principal, we reinvest it. So after the 3 years, you'll have earned a lot of money. And it's also teaching you the saving culture. We also have another saving product called Smart Saver. This is a product for someone who probably don't want to save for a very long time, but one short-term saving. So this one, we allow at least one withdrawal per month. Limited, because we also want to train you so that we don't tell you to any time. So this one you can withdraw at least once per month. The interest is at 7%, compounding as well. So the good thing about compounding, I've told you, pesa inaza. We also have other products, and I must say that, most people think that when you join a Sacco, it's just about saving, and you cannot transact, you cannot carry your business within the Sacco. We have a current account. Dimkes is a deposit-taking Sacco. What it means that we have FOSA and BOSA products. So you can have a current account, which can allow you deposit and withdraw, which can allow you pay bills, which can allow you to have a till where your customer pays. We'll give you all this. You can have a checkbook for the people who are into tenders. You maybe need an overdraft. Maybe you want to pay your employees and you don't have enough cash. You can apply for an overdraft. So we have a current account whereby you can carry all your business without anything. And you can put money today and withdraw tomorrow. So what happens once we open the accounts for you is that you get a current account. You also get to save. That is on the back office. The monthly saving. For the monthly saving, it's at least 1,000 for every member. And then the same way, you're also able to do maybe fixed deposit account, because they are also part of the products that we have. We have call deposit, and the difference, I know at this point, is when people need to understand what is the difference between fixed deposit and call deposit.
And also, let me interrupt you a bit.
Yes.
I know what you mean by FOSA and BOSA, but now my listener, I'm not very sure they know about FOSA.
Okay. BOSA, yeah. So when we talk about BOSA, we are talking about back office services, whereby you are able to save. When I say we are FOSA, it means that we are able to offer front office services. We have 14 branches currently. I told you we just opened our 14th branch in Roido. And what it means is that when you visit any of our branch, be it here in Kikuyu, be it in Kiambu, be it in Kajiado, because we have 2 branches in Kajiado, that is Gong and Kiserian, you can visit the branch and get to the teller and withdraw your money at any given point. That is the front office services. But the back office is the savings that you get. And at the point of borrowing, you come and we can only ask you for a guarantor. But under the FOSA, you need to borrow maybe 50 million, and you want to do an apartment, you want to do a big project, or be it even 1 million, and you feel like, I want to go the bank way, whereby I have my title, I have my logbook, I want to give it as a security, so that is the FOSA. back to the fixed deposit and call
Yes.
deposits. So these are the products that we have. The fixed deposit is whereby you have money and you want to fix it for some time. That is maybe a month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And then it's a fixed interest for the period. So there is no chance for you to withdraw. Then there is the call deposit. I have some money, I've sold a piece of land. I want to keep it kidogo as a way to do another project. You can just have a call deposit of maybe a month or 2. So that is the difference. So those are some of the saving products that we have. We also have loan products. Saccos, it's about saving and credit. But I think for the reasoners, it's very important to understand that any given Sacco, we always talk about save, then you borrow. So we talk about multiplier of maybe 5. At Dimkes, we give a multiplier up to, on Bossa, we give up to 10 times, and on Bossa, we give up to 4 times. So what does that mean? You need to have saved some money before because it's saving and
borrowing.
Yes. Yeah. So we also have loan products. Be it a farmer, we have Mukurima loans. If you are into business, we have business loans. If you want to do development, we can do development for you. If you want to do plot purchase, we can purchase the plots for you. We also have the product whereby we can do a loan purchase. Could be you're in a bank and the interest rate are, kuna mari nafikanga and you feel this installment is too much. How do you sort yourself up? Come to the Sacco. We'll do a loan buy-off and give you the cheapest interest rate. I think I didn't talk about our interest rates. Oh my goodness, they are the cheapest in the market.
Tell us about them before I ask you about them.
Yes, please. I think it's important for the listeners to understand why they need to have a Sacco account. This is because mostly how Saccos run, I just talked about we came from a mothers union. They joined together as a community and they were able to. So we members pool money, deposits together. And from these deposits, it's where members are able to borrow. So Saccos can be able to run at a very low interest rate. Our interest rate is between 12% to around 16%. Okay. So 12% is 1% per month. Just think about it. That my friend was telling me that she has a loan and she's paying at 6% per month. Now, do calculation of 6 times 12.
That's 72.
I'm giving you at 16%.
That's way low.
Way low. So when I talk about low interest rates, it's very important, and that is something that I want the listeners from this whole interview, what they should carry home is that the cost of credit is a factor to consider. Before you consider buying that car, sit down and do your own calculation. If I pick this car for 5 years with an interest of 4% per month, how much will I pay? If I go to a Sacco and I want to borrow the same amount of money, how much will I return? That is very key. Because that's why we have seen people who are doing very well, but all of a sudden, because they have, they are drained by the debts, they're not able to be who they were before. So I think it's a factor to consider, and the listener should ensure that they also, before you go to borrow, just understand the basics. And the most dangerous thing is the interest rate if you don't understand. Yeah.
So before I come back to that point, I want to bring in a population that you have not touched on. You've talked about retirement, the people who go to retirement. It's obviously not me. It's not you. Even in the next 10 years, you may not be retiring. I want to be retiring in 5, 10, 15 years. I want to bring in the youth because I'll be doing a disservice to myself included if I don't bring it up. And also, there's one of your members who addressed it at the meeting. How can you people embrace the youths? So my question to you is, what is the Sacco doing about the young people in terms of financial empowerment, inclusion, and most importantly, the information you are sharing with me? Because currently I have friends who are looking for banks to join. I've not heard anybody saying for a Sacco to join. And from what you're telling me, I'm already convinced that I should join a Sacco. It may not necessarily be Dimkes, but you've made the argument for Dimkes, which is what now I'd prefer, but already perception yangu ya Sacco,
It's changed.
It's obviously changing as we are moving with the conversation. So again, what is the Sacco doing about the young people in terms of their financial empowerment, inclusion, and also importantly access to these products? Because I don't think mimi sahi naweza access 50 million, you know.
But you get there. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
Nimekuja, I want to get land, asset finance, and so on and so forth. So yes, what are you guys doing?
Okay. I'll talk about, we have been working on a strategic plan for the last 5 years, which expired in 2026, but I don't want to dwell there. I'll move forward to 2026, 2030, which we launched on that day. That is on during our delegate meeting that just concluded. So digital transformation is a big pillar, because when we talk about the youth, you must empower them, and you must ensure that you adopt the technology, because nowadays everything is about technology.
Yes.
We have mobile phones, which our members can be able to use and access, especially the youths. But I talked about saving and credit. So our members, the youthful members, and any other member can be able to bank through the phone. You don't have to come to the banking halls. You can deposit. We have different channels, pay bill. We have an app where you can register from and deposit your money from. So in terms of the youths, we have also products that we have come up with to ensure that these youths fit in the Sacco, because there is a notion that people think that Saccos are for the elderly.
Yes.
Saccos ni ya watu walimu sijui wakulima, you know. Yes. But I want to change that notion and say to the youth that it is possible to build themselves, and come and join a Sacco, most preferably the Dimkes Sacco, because we are able to bank you. And as I said, you can bank on the phone. That is the mobile. We have an app. We have a members portal. That is like an internet banking, whereby you're able to check your balances, you're able to check your statements, and maybe whatever you want to do. So for the youthful membership, I welcome you to join us, and you'll not regret.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So another question.
Yes.
So for a person who is not, I'm asking this even for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not formally employed. And one of the challenges that naonanga kwa the financial institutions, Saccos included, is a person who may not be formally employed. You know, I cannot prove my what is it called? The proof
history,
of income.
the
proof of income. Naweza labda tu kupatia M-Pesa, and then you're there saying, I can't like prove it's from what is it called? Something financially lucrative. So, and that's the reality for many young people today, and the economy that we have. See, payslip. I don't have a pay. I think the last time I had a payslip is kitambo sana. So, what is it like at Dimkes, especially for the young people again in today's economy, where proof of income is not the traditional payslip from the employer, and where I am my employer? If I wanted to saving I know is easy, but now if I wanted to borrow, that I think that's where the problem comes in. So yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Dennis. So I'll say that Sacco, as I started saying, is that Dimkes Sacco is a community-based Sacco. So what it means is that it's not a teachers or an agriculture or any. We are a community-based Sacco. So what that means is that are you in business? Are you in online business? So far as you can show us the proof that there is money coming in, because in saving and banking, of course, we must have a proof of at least there is money, you're working, and there is some money coming into your account or M-Pesa account. And I've told you we have really embraced digital money. So yes, it is possible, and that's what we do. And I'll say that from our portfolio of over 3.5 billion in loans, most of these loans are from, actually, I'll say around 80% are from the SME, actually 90%. And the SME, it means that there are people who are doing business. It means the mama mboga. It means the person who is in boda boda business, the person who is selling nyanya in Marikiti and everywhere. So at Dimkes Sacco, be it a youth, just show us you have the capability to pay, because what we say is that we need to have ability to pay before we give you the money, because we don't want to say that I'll give you 50 million, but you cannot pay. So yeah, if you're in business, at Dimkes we have products that are the biashara products that you'll be able to use and be able to move to the next level.
So I hope you're listening on that. Kuna kitu ingine pia hajasema. You need to have the ability to pay, the character to pay.
Yes.
Those two are
we call it Campari.
Yeah.
We call it Campari for the people who have been in renting.
Yes, those are very important.
Yes,
bits.
you have to show us what is the purpose. Do you have the character? Yes, and all these things. So it is very important. The ability to pay is a big thing because we don't want to underfund you. We also don't want to overfund you. Ushindwe kulipa. Na alafu tukupeleke CLB. Because I think the generation nowadays wanasema mnaangalia CLB. This is because maybe alikuwa amekopa mshwari, akakopa sijui wapi, akaekwa CLB.
And I also think everybody is on CRB, but you know CRB is not si kitu very negative.
It is not negative.
CRB is about your lending. It's a lending history, right?
It's a lending history, yeah.
So kama shida inakuja sasa kama ulipoa pesa huko kwa mshwari ama kwa Dimkes
na ukakosa kulipa kabisa.
Yeah,
so if you listed in the CLB, you can be listed negatively or positively. Yeah. And even if it's negatively, maybe biashara ilienda vibaya, which happens, things happen. Yes. So you just need to go to the bank, clear with them, and we clear you. And you, so do not shy away from joining the Sacco because you're listed, because most of the people come with the, mimi nataka kukopa. So mimi nimeristiwa kwa CLB. No. Just go and clear what you didn't pay, then start saving, and you walk the journey together.
Dawa ya deni ni kulipa.
Dawa ya deni ni kulipa hapo sasa.
So as we wrap up, what would you say to somebody who has never saved or even invested before? And also, why should somebody listening to us today consider joining Dimkes Sacco? Okay.
Thank you. What I'll say is that before you join any other Sacco, it's just important to know how strong it is. Dimkes Sacco is licensed by SASRA. SASRA is the regulatory body that regulates Saccos in Kenya, and in good standing, because we have had a very negative perception about the Saccos. But it's just important to understand what kind of a Sacco you are joining. So we are licensed by SASRA, number one, and currently our asset base is at 4.1 billion. And we are looking forward by 2030. I talked about the strategic plan to get to around 11.6 billion. And this journey, we can always work together with you.
That's triple,
yeah. Yes. We are really ambitious, and we know we'll get there. And I was talking about why you should join us. One, I talked about the interest rates. You need to consider the interest rates in the market. The good thing about Saccos is that there is no volatility. Like today it will be this, tomorrow it will be that. Mostly, especially at Dimkes, when we give you this interest rate, we assure you by the end of the term, you'll still be paying the same installment that we agreed, that you signed in the offer letter. Also, there is return on investment. The return on investment, we gave our dividend last Friday, and on share capital, we gave at 14%, and 7% on deposit. So there is return on investment. Yes. So do not bank or do not put your money where it is not working for you. Let the money work for you. Right now, there are people enjoying because they saved. Yes, wamepewa dividend.
Kwenye wajini, labda ile kitu wakulima kahawa maybe itanga bonus.
It was a big thing when we were growing up.
It used to be a very big thing.
Yes.
Hata sahi. Even right now, majani, so
it's a big thing. You can join the rig and you're like, unasema pia sisi tumelipwa dividends. Kama watu wa Dimkes right now, they are happy. for the dividend paid at Dimkes, we have been able to return back to our members around 173 million, which is a big impact to the community because this money go back to the economy. Okay. And if you're not able to pay school fees, sasa ile kabalance ulikuwa umebakisha si unaenda umelipa, unaenda kulipa. So the return on investment is also a key element. At Dimkes also, in terms of convenience, processing rules, and the turnaround around the services is quite good. When you visit any of our 14 branches, you're going to get the services very fast, free, and get our customer service and our staff, and they'll be able to assist you. We also do a lot of training, capacity building to our members. That's why members should join us, not only about Dimkes, but we also want to teach you on how to manage your business, prudent debt management, and other ways to manage your business and become financially independent. So that is another reason why you should join us. And this is across the Sacco. That's the good thing about the Saccos. Mostly we train our members so that even as they continue banking with us, we ensure that as we rise, their businesses are also rising. Yes. Yeah. So if you are considering to join Dimkes, this is the time. And let's walk the journey to the 11 billion Vision 2030.
11.3. You said
11.6 billion. Yeah. Right now, in terms of membership, we are around 40,480. We are hoping by the close of that 2030. You remember the 2030 Kibaki time?
Yes.
It used to look like Kitambo. It's just here. Ndio hii sasa. So we expect to be at 75,000 members. That's why I am calling up members to join us. We walk the journey together. Our strategic plan is very good. We'll be able to work on 5 pillars. That is membership and service. We'll also consider having financial growth and sustainability. We also have the marketing pillar, which is a key pillar, and marketing and business development. We also have the digital transformation as we continue to bank the youths, to ensure that we adopt the technology na tukimbiza, but we are up to the task. Yes. So there is the digital transformation and operation efficiency. And of course, the people, that is the human resource, is also a big thing. We have invested in our staff to ensure that when you visit us, whatever you need from our banking halls, you'll be able to get it free. And together we win as your faithful financial partner.
All right. So as we wrap up, like finally now, what would you say to somebody who has never saved before? And yes, somebody basically who has never saved before. What would you answer that as you give us your parting shot? Okay.
Yeah. So there is a scholar who said that a penny saved today is a penny, and a penny saved is a penny and. So you're there and you're still considering, do I start saving? Do I start investing? The time is now, because today you waste one day, and tomorrow the money that you would have saved ishapotea. Shakula. So I'll advise and request and appeal to the listener today. If you come across this podcast, ensure that this is when you start your journey to freedom, and that is financial freedom. Because mostly what happens is that the people who have learned the game about saving, they'll always be up there, but you'll be trying to ask them to assist you. You feel frustrated, but it's because you have not been able to plan yourself well. So I request that if you've not joined any Sacco, karibu sana Dimkes, will be able to walk the journey with you. Our products, as I mentioned, they are immense, and we'll be able to support you. And with time, you'll be able to look back and see as the Sacco grow, you're also growing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate for this chance. Our branches, as I said, we're in 3 counties. We are in Nairobi. We are in Kiambu. Kiambu, we have 10 branches. In CBD, we are along River Road. So anyone that is listening to me, you can visit our CBD branch that is in River Road. As you come from Koja, you'll see our branch there. And we also have a branch in Kiangemi. We also in Kajiado counties, that county that is in Gong and Kiserian. You can visit any of them. And you can also call us. You can call us on 0111 033 100. I repeat the number
Yeah,
again.
please do.
0111 0111 033 100. We're also on social medias. You can visit our Instagram, our Facebook. We are on TikTok. Yeah, so you can visit us anywhere and we'll be able to assist you. Thank you so much.
Asante sana, and thank you for accepting to be on this platform, and we are grateful. So I think one of my biggest takeaways as I finish is that building wealth does not start with millions. It's about consistency and, most importantly, having the right system. And through circles like Dimkes, they are showing us it's very, very possible. From these women who are saving 100 bob and even them managing 100 bob to now managing money in the billions, it tells you everything you need to know. So if you found this episode helpful, share it with somebody who needs to hear it, especially a friend, a sibling, or even your parents. And most importantly, subscribe and also take the advice that Salome has given you. Ama utalia sana. Thank you. See you next time.